So how's it going, everybody? I haven't made one of these videos in a while, these talking videos. But this is that's my address. I don't want my address to be seen, so I'm just covering it. But this is a video of unboxing of Kevin Gilbert live at Troubadour, June the 1st, 1995 in Los Angeles. Now I've heard Kevin Gilbert's name come up in videos over the years a couple of times, but I never really listened to much of his music. I probably came across him maybe in articles too a few times, and there about a week or two ago, I was watching Pete Thorne live on YouTube. He is a live stream every Sunday, and he's famous guitarist in from well, he's actually Canadian, but he's based in Los Angeles, and he played with a lot of big bands. He played with Chris Cornell of Soundgarden and a lot of other big names. But somebody just mentioned it. I asked him a question. Did he ever meet Kevin Gilbert? And he had. He remembers him coming over to his studio, but so that kind of was that was about a week or two ago. So I started to kind of look into him again. I hadn't looked into him a lot before that, but I came across a gig, one song from a gig actually. This live at Troubadour is on YouTube. It's a song that he done called Waiting. It's one of the, I think it's the fourth song on at the gig. And it's when I put it on, you get it on YouTube, Kevin Gilbert Waiting, Waiting. When the first few seconds I was kind of going, I don't know if this is my style of music. But then when he cut into the chorus and he blasted it out like the guy from the Pixies, what do you call him? I can never think of his name, but he screams the choruses. It kind of reminded me of that. And once I listened to that song, Waiting, I was just kind of, I don't know what it was. It just kind of addicted to it. And it's just the way the cameraman is on the stage, and he's right up there beside the band. He's in the middle of the whole lot, and there's a girl there at the front, and she's like mesmerized by the whole event. And the it's the musicianship as well, like Kevin playing bass. He's playing these bass lines and singing at the same time, which is, if anybody that plays an instrument or a bass and tries to play like certain bass lines and sing at the same time, is extremely hard. But he's as tight and really, really excellent musician, which I was reading into him. He was a multi-instrumentalist. I believe he was classically trained in piano from 6 until 16. So it was that one song that has kind of sparked the enthusiasm into his music. So it says I'm going to order live at Troubadour after seeing that song. And to be honest, I opened this already. I opened it on Friday. Today is Sunday, the 1st of October 2023. And I've watched it already, and it's really cool. I'm gonna watch it. Obviously, I'm gonna watch it a few times again. But there's also it's very raw, and it's a brilliant drummer, and I don't like his name, Nick something. So his drummer was Nick Virgilio at the gig, an amazing drummer, all amazing musicians. And the guitarist is he plays with a band now. He plays with a band called Steel Panther, and he's Russell John Parrish, better known as Satchel. And the keyboard is Dave Kersner. There's a cool shot when the cameraman goes round to him. He's kind of smiling at the camera at the gig. But yeah, so Kevin Gilbert was Sheryl Crow actually used to be the keyboardist in his band back in the late 80s, I believe, or and yes, so you can read up a lot of this on Wikipedia and different articles on the internet. But basically, a group of musicians got together, really top class musicians, Kevin Gilbert um, and Sheryl Crow, and some of them were producers and music producers, and they got together on a Tuesday night and they basically jammed together. And they called it the Tuesday Music Club. And what came out of that was All I Want to Do, which was the big hit that basically catapulted Sheryl Crow into superstardom, or she became became very big after that song, and she called the album Tuesday Music Club. But basically, the Kevin Gilbert had a big part in the album and others as well, and he gets songwriting credits, or he gets or his estate gets royalties from that song. All I Want to Do, but by what I can tell, um, when Cheryl became famous with this album, she only brought one or two of the members of that Tuesday Music Club with her to promote the album in live gigs, and she didn't bring Kevin Gilbert and others. And I don't know if they got along after that. I don't want to speak about them things because I'm not up to date, or I don't know exactly the details. So I'm only going by what I read on the internet, but I'm sure people in the comments that know more about it than me would can make their say their point of view or whatever. But I'm more interested really in Kevin Gilbert and his music, to be honest, at this time, because it's just a great shame what happened. I mean, I believe he was only 29 when he died, and on May the 18th, 1996. And by all accounts, he was on the verge of being really successful and being really getting what he deserved, because you can tell by that gig at Troubadour that he's been gigging for years, and he's perfected his art, and he's just so confident. He's top class musician, and he's the real deal. Like, and it's a great pity what happened, that he died so young. And he actually was he. I was reading he was a big Genesis fan, and they actually had rang him a week after he died because they were looking for a singer for the band. Phil Collins, or I believe, had left, or the singer had left, and they needed a singer, and they actually rang his manager for an audition, but he had passed away a week before or something, which is very sad. But so yeah, I bought live at Troubadour, and as I say, I've watched it already. But anyone that's anybody that is has come across Kevin Gilbert, you should check out that song on YouTube, Waiting. And if you like it, you can purchase the DVD. I believe it's on his website. Um, I'm sure you can Google it, you'll find it. But yeah, there's two. That's the list there at the back. There seems to be well, there's the DVD anyhow. I haven't listened to I believe it's a CD as well. But I've watched the whole concert on the DVD, and then I've watched the interview, which was done in his studio about a year before he passed away. Lawnmower Studio, I think it was Lawnmower and something it was called. What do we see? Lawnmower and Garden Supply Studio it was called, because I believe that's what it used to sell before he took it over and made it into a music studio. But on this DVD, there's a kind of a bonus section or bonus part, which is him being interviewed in his studio, and it's, you can see the enthusiasm he has for the music, and he talks about all what he's doing at the time and what he'd like to do in the future, and he as far as I know, I believe he was actually staying in the studio when he used to stay in it at night, and he was so much into the music, you know. He was obviously all the time writing, or he used to produce bands too, and mix and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just trying to think that I cover everything. So Kevin was part of a band or called Toy Matinee. Um, I was watching a YouTube video on Tim Pierce's channel. He was the guitarist in the band. Um, Basically Patrick Leonard, who has produced Madonna and some of these big names, he approached Kevin Gilbert after seeing him play live and asked him did he want to start a band, and he was so impressed after seeing him. And yeah, so they started this band called Toy Matinee, but they just done one album. I believe they done one album. Maybe there was other. I'm not sure. Was there anything else after the first one, Toy Matinee? But yeah, Tim Pierce talks about Kevin Gilbert on a video on his YouTube channel if anybody's interested, and he interviews the band members like Patrick Leonard and guys like that. It was interesting listening. But yeah, so I mean, he died in 1996. So it's you know it's 27 years ago. It's a long time ago. But that gig, this live at Troubadour. I mean, it does. You don't, by watching it, you would never think that it was that long ago. But it's pretty amazing. So I think I've covered, as I say, everything I wanted to cover. His other projects, obviously, he done in his music career that I haven't talked about, but I'm just not I wouldn't know as much as other people yet, but I'm definitely going to enjoy this again because I watched it the other night and it was pretty cool, you know. So I just want to check to make sure I got everything first before I sign off. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to talk about for now, but anybody that's interested in that obviously doesn't know about Kevin Gilbert already, check him out on YouTube. You can check out that song Waiting and see what you think. I I just wanted to make this video and hope everybody enjoyed it, and see you all again soon, folks. Take care.